Hey guys, what's going on? It's Steph here. Hope you've been well. I know I have. This week's episode is short but sweet. Nick and I got out to do some metal detecting at a mid-1800s to early 1900s cellar hole that we've been to twice before. Both times in the past, it's produced really well, so naturally, you know us, we gotta get back there. Even though this hunt was short, this is one of those days that renewed my faith in hunting in the woods of Connecticut, because let's face it, a lot of the sites out here are really picked over by other metal detectorists. And even though this site was no exception, I still managed a coin that's been haunting my dreams since I first found one 3 years ago, and I also scored some early military as well. Not to mention, Nick also found a beautiful relic that I can't wait to share with you. So that's the synopsis for this week's hunt. Before we get started, two things. Number one, I am going to skip next week's video. So just, I guess, mark your calendars if this is something you really look forward to. I am not doing a video next week. I'm going to be traveling and I have a lot of stuff going on right now. I will be back the week after. Number two, as a reminder, and I will keep reminding you guys in all of my videos, I am now a proud affiliate of KELLYCO Metal Detector, so if you need anything metal detecting related at all and you want to find the kind of stuff that I do, don't hesitate, shoot me an email at stefdiggs@gmail.com and I'll be able to get you a deal on just about anything. All right, let's hop in. Out here with Nick today and the fur baby. Hi, Petrie. And the Equinox. Okay, so I got a 23 to 25 bouncy signal. It was reading 8 inches, but it was really about 6. And I can't even see it in the frame right now. There it is. That's the way you start the day. It's definitely a silver dime. You know, we got one dime side up. Are you going to be barber or seated? Please be seated. It's been a while. I mean, I'll take a barber, but... It's seated! Yes! Yes! Did I get it, though? Did I scratch it? I hope that's not me. Oh, my God. Yes, 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 yes! That makes my day! Oh, my God. Look at it. I can't see it. I think I fucking... Oops, I'm going to have to bleep that out. I think I freaking scratched it, or it was against a rock. I was pretty careful, though. Nice. Is that your first one? No, it's my second one. My first silver ever was a seated dime. Holy crap. All right, I'm going to spray that off and come right back. That's awesome. Seated dime, 1891. It just made it. 1892 is when they started the barber coinage. I definitely grazed it, and I really don't know how, because it was a pretty tight signal, and I usually try to dig somewhat wide plugs, especially in the woods. Back's in pretty good shape. I mean, I don't care. It's a seated dime, and it's only my second one ever. That is the way you start the day. Ooh, I'm gonna get a lot of thumbs down for thumbs downs for this. Oh well, you know what? I'm still very happy. So, yay! All right, Steph just found her seated dime a few minutes ago, and now, hopefully, it's my turn. I'm getting a 31-30 signal on the Equinox. So let's it's in that chunk. I hope it's not a beer cap. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, it's been a little while since that seated dime. I've kind of just been hovering in the same area, just kind of bottom feeding the dime. And I got a 12 or 13 signal, not very deep. And this popped out. I know exactly what this... Let me get my hand behind it. You can kind of see. I know exactly what this is. And I've only ever found these little clasps that attach to it. But, I'm sorry, I'm not holding this very well, am I? We get to play the guessing game. What do you guys think it is? Think about it for a second. Would have gone like this. There would have been another side that mirrored it. This is actually the insert for a corset. This is where it would have clasped to the other side. And what would have made a Victorian woman extremely uncomfortable. I am so glad I don't live in that time period, even though I really like digging stuff from that time period. Whew, that was uncomfortable. Maybe she just whipped it off over here and the seated dime was in her purse or something. Who knows? That's a really cool find. I'm glad I'm not very far away from my backpack. My backpack is about there. So I'm not going to carry this around all day. I'm going to put it back. That's too cool. So I went to put the corset back in my my backpack, the corset sport, whatever you want to call it, corset spine. There, that's what I was looking for. And I could hear another signal in the hole, but I don't think it has anything to do with the corset. This is like a suspender clasp. Makes you wonder what was going on right here, over 100 years ago. We won't talk about that though, because this is a PG channel, right? Okay, I'll be back with you soon. Petrie just was eating a wild snack. We won't talk about what it was. It was poop. Okay. Nick came over here because I shouted, "Oh man, I have something awesome." I put it back. I had flung it out of the hole. It was about a 22 signal, really loud, about 8 inches down. And I have something really cool. I cheated and looked at it. Can't lie. Can't lie. Whew. Look at that. Look at that eagle. Oh my God. I am pretty darn sure this is pre-Civil War. But I'm going to give that a soft brush and come right back to you because this is turning into my day. I'm very happy. Hopefully Nick gets on something soon. I have faith. I have faith. It's going to turn on for you. So, all right. I'll come right back. Would you look at that eagle? Isn't that gorgeous? Definitely not Civil War era. I don't know. I mean, it's a 2-piece button, so I don't think it's War of 1812. I could be wrong. It says Rich or something on the back. I'm sure when I look in the Albert's book when I get home, I can figure out exactly how this dates, but I needed a day like this really bad. So I have missed the woods. What an amazing button. That's in great shape, too, because a lot of these military 2-piece buttons don't hold up very well. But this one did, so happy days. Nick thinks she has something good. What did you say? You think you have a horse rosette? I think so. Sweet.
I'll leave it there.
Okay. Oh my God, yes you do. Pick it up. Holy crap. That's gorgeous. Let me put it in the sun. Oh. Yeah, you do. That's like 1830s to 1850s, something like that. It's a silver washed pewter. The brass, the middle is probably brass. And then this is silver washed pewter. It's all silver washed actually. And it's complete. She's got the bar on it and everything. Oh my God, that's a stellar find, you know. It really is. I know it's not like a seated dime like you might want more a little bit, but that's an incredible rosette. That's one of the prettiest ones I've ever seen. Very old one too. All right, congrats. Let's keep moving. So the eagle button was right there. You can see my plug. Boop. I got a 17 to 18 signal, which is normally, I think, about how an eagle button would ring up, but it's a different kind of button. Hello. Jeez. She stuck her nose right in the camera. I looked at the front briefly. Looks like it's just plain. I believe it's a 1-piece. Yeah, it's a 1-piece. I'll brush this up and see if there's a back mark or anything. I would assume there is. This kind of looks like early 1800s, just off the cuff, but no pun intended. But if there's something on the back, I'll come back. If not, it's just a cool button. Well, I got a really shallow 22 signal in there, and with the way this day is going, I almost thought it was going to be a half real. It's not, but I don't know what it is. It's over here. And I started to look at it, but then turned on the camera because I can't really make much off of this. I want to see if we could discover it together. Never mind. I see Lincoln, I think. Yep. I can't even tell if it's a Wheatie. Okay. Ooh, that got me going. Okay, so I told you the truth. It's a short hunt, right? But you know what? Like I said in the beginning of the video, this is one of those hunts that just restores my faith in hunting in the woods, and I was so stoked to save what I did. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at that right now. Okay, so it's wrap-up time here. I know that's not a lot of targets, but given where we were hunting and the fact that so many people have slammed the crap out of that site, I'm pretty impressed. So first and foremost, this corset spine is just too cool. I would pick it up and show it to you closer, but then it'll go out of focus and all that fun stuff. Usually I just find these little clips here, but to find the whole spine was really awesome. There is one clip missing. I didn't find it in the hole, and you know I rechecked the hole because that's where I found this. And I was kind of joking in the video, maybe it was a gentleman's suspender clasp, but I don't think it is. I think it has something to do with the corset, so maybe it's a garter clip of some kind. Not really sure, but in any case, that was a cool find. Alright, we have, at the end of the video, you saw me dig the Wheatie, a 1911 Wheatie. That is pretty darn old. I have not dug one that old before, I don't think. Maybe one other 1911. I don't think I've ever gone south of 1911, though. 1909 is when these were first minted, for those of you who don't know. So that wasn't actually too bad of a find. I was a little disappointed at the time, but you know what? I'm not anymore. Not bad. So we also have this beautiful button. I don't think it has anything to do with the eagle button because this is quite a bit older, judging by the shank and how it's attached. And the fact it's high quality, but it's crude because you can kind of see this little nodule there. I thought that was dirt. I was scraping it off with the Andres pencils and realized that's actually just a blob of like copper or brass, whatever this is made out of. I think it's actually copper. So I was pretty surprised at how old this was. There was, we found some colonial activity in the area before, a few colonial finds here and there, so... but the main cellar hole we were hunting is probably like mid-1800s to early 1900s, somewhere in there. So this is kind of a random drop that was next to the eagle button, which I suppose we'll get to now since I keep staring at it. It's not every day we find really old military, even in Connecticut. It's tough to find these, and it's in this kind of shape, it's just ridiculous. One of the most beautiful infantry buttons I have ever seen. You can just make out the eye in the center of the shield there, and as I was mentioning in the video, it is a two-piece button, and it's one of the earliest two-piece military buttons you could possibly hope to dig. So 1830s, 1840s, nice 200-year-old piece of military history. I absolutely love that one. And before we get to my dime here, I would be remiss if I didn't include Nichola's beautiful horse rosette. I stole this from her briefly. And all she had to do was lay this face down in some lemon juice, and look how that cleaned up. She just took a Q-tip to it afterwards. I gave her a little advice on that, and it glimmers in the sun. And it's amazing. I mean, this thing is probably... it's 1830s, 1850s, somewhere in there, based on other ones that I have found and identified. And this is pewter along the edge and brass in the middle. Just an absolutely stunning piece. And the fact that it's complete, too, with the bar is really impressive. Very heavy thing, too, because that's actually lead in the back that it's filled with. Just stunning. That's the biggest one of this style I've ever seen. I do have a couple that are similar, but not this big. So really, really, really awesome find by her. And last but definitely not least, even though I consider the eagle button the find of the day over this, is my seated dime. And you can see where I kind of scratched it. I do think this was up against a rock because I looked at my plug again, and there were rocks in there. I looked at it afterwards. And I also did dig a pretty wide plug, as I often do in the woods. So I find it hard to believe that was my shovel. I mean, it certainly could be, but your guess is as good as mine. Has some decent toning on it. But, I'm happy. When I got home, I rinsed it off very thoroughly, and now that scratch isn't as noticeable as it was before. So, either way, though, I mean, that's been my white whale since I found my first one 3 years ago. I haven't been able to get a seated coin since then. So, very, very happy with that. And even though that's a small spread of finds, I'm thrilled with that. Okay, so as always, I really hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Remember, get out there, save what you can, do what you love. We'll see you in 2 weeks.